Hello friends, welcome to my accountancy YouTube channel for class 11 and 12. I hope by subscribing this channel I can assist you for studying accountancy in a very simple and an easy way. Please subscribe and click notification bell so that you will be notified whenever I upload a new video. So let us start our journey. We will be starting with our first chapter, Accounting for Partnership Firm Fundamentals. So this is our first chapter, Accounting for Partnership Firm Fundamentals. What do you mean by a partnership, or what is the meaning of a partnership firm? A partnership firm is an association of two or more persons to carry on a legal business and share its profit or losses. The persons who join hands together to do a business are individually known as partners and collectively known as a firm. So from this you can understand that there should be minimum 2 persons to start a firm, and the firm should do a legal business, and the partners can share the profits and losses arising from that, right? And the persons are individually called as partners and collectively they will be called as a firm. Now, what is the definition of a partnership firm? According to Section 4 of Indian Partnership Act 1932, the term partnership is the relationship between two or more persons. As we discussed before also, it is what? It's a relationship between two or more persons. And what they have agreed to share the profits and losses of the business, right? For what type of business? Business carried on by all or anyone acting for all. So this is the definition in which you have to remember just the few keywords, like it's the relationship between two or more person. Share profits carried on by all or any of them acting for all. So these are the three terms you have to remember, right? Now, what are the essential elements of partnership? Yeah, there should be minimum 2 persons, right? So at least 2 persons to form a partnership firm, and all partners must be competent to the contract. So the first thing you should remember is there should be minimum 2 persons. And second one is there should be an agreement to form a partnership. Agreement can be oral or written. Oral means by words you can speak. Okay. Then third one is legal business. An agreement should be for the purpose of carrying on the business or profession. The business to be carried on by the partners should be legal. So any illegal business, just like for killing somebody else, for smuggling, all those things will not come as legal business. So whatever the agreement we are entering into, it should be for the purpose of carrying on either a business or profession which is legal. Profit sharing. The agreement between the partners must be to share the profits and losses of the business in a particular ratio. So the partners can decide whether they need to share the profit or losses equally, or whether they have to share the profit and losses according to the capital what they introduced, or according to the agreed ratio which partners they themselves decide. Okay, so there should be a profit sharing ratio. The next one is mutual agency. We know that last year also we have studied that there should be a mutual agency relationship among the partners. What does it mean? That each partner is both an agent as the principal. So that each partner's act will be, they can bind the partners for the act done by others. Now, number of partners. Here what is mentioned is the minimum limit is 2 and the maximum limit for a banking firm is 10 and other firm is 20. This is as per Partnership Act 1932. But now there is a slight change because we have introduced section 464 of Companies Act 2013, which empowers the central government to prescribe maximum number of partners in a firm. Okay, as per that, the central government has prescribed the maximum number in a firm is to be 50. So it is now that a firm cannot have more than 50 members. Now, meaning of partnership deed. As we all know, partnership deed is an agreement which can be either oral or written, right? So, the law does not expressly require that there should be an agreement in writing, but the absence of written agreement may be a source of problem in managing the affairs of partnership firm. So it is better to have a partnership deed in writing so that if any dispute occurs between the partners, there will be an evidence. Now, what are the contents of partnership deed? Obviously, when we think of a partnership firm, there should be a name for the firm, right? There should be the name and address of all the partners. We should know who all are the partners, right? Then, what is the nature and place of business where it is, right? Nature of business also should be mentioned. What is the duration of partnership? Duration means what? How long it will be existing as a partnership firm. Maybe the partners can join the firm for constructing a building or bridge so that after the construction their partnership will come to an end, or maybe for 5 years, like that way. Then date of commencement of partnership, when the partnership firm is starting its business, how much amount of capital each partner has contributed, what is the ratio of the profits and losses as we discussed earlier. Then interest on partners capital and drawing, how much interest has to be provided on partners capital which they have contributed. At the same time, how much is the interest to be charged on drawings, what is the interest rate to be provided on the loan contributed by the partners, what should be the salary, what should be the commission if any partners are working in the firm. Then how the treatment of goodwill has to be done, how it has to be valued, how the computation has to be done when reconstitution of the firm occurs. Reconstitution means what? When the firm will have certain changes in their profit sharing ratio, or when they are admitting a new partner, or in case if a partner is retiring from the firm, all those situations are called as reconstitution. Now, next is how to settle the accounts in case if a partner is retiring, or sometimes if death occurs, how their accounts should be settled. Then next is mode of settlement of accounts in case of dissolution of a firm. Dissolution means complete closure of the business. Okay, now the partnership firm will not be existing anymore. So in that case, how the accounts has to be settled. Now we have to take care is the rules which are applicable in the absence of partnership deed. The partners will share the profits and losses equally. If no partnership deed is there, means the partners should share the profits and losses in equal ratio. Interest on loan will be given 6% to the partners. No interest is allowed to partners on the capital invested by them. No partner is supposed to get any remuneration like salary, commission, etc. And no interest will be charged on drawings made by the partners. So these are the points to be taken care. In case if there is no partnership deed, partners have to share their profits equally. They will not get any interest on capital. They will not get any salary. They will not get any commission. At the same time, the partners need not be given any interest to the firm on the drawings what they have made, And suppose if any partner has introduced any loan, 6% has to be provided. Based on that, always the questions used to be asked for CBSE exam. Maybe it can be 1 mark or it can be more than that, just like certain situations are given or combined in a question like that way. Here certain disputes are given. How are you going to settle these disputes are given in the possible judgment. So in the first case, A is demanding for interest on capital, but C and B and C do not agree for that. So how do you settle the judgment, or how do you settle the dispute? Yeah, A will not be allowed to get a interest on capital. Why? Because there is no partnership agreement. In that case, they will not be provided any interest on capital. Secondly, B wants to get a salary and A and C is not agreeing to that. So will B get the salary? No, because in the absence of partnership deed, no partner is entitled to get any salary or commission. Then third case is what C wants, that the loan whatever he provided to the firm should carry an interest rate of 10%, but A and B is not agreeing. So should C be provided with 10%? No. If any loan is provided by any of the partner, then 6% only interest is to be provided in the absence of partnership deed. Last cases, A and B have contributed larger amount of capital. So they are demanding for what? More profit. The profit should be divided in the ratio of their capital, but C is not agreeing. So here we know that in the absence of partnership deed, profits to be shared equally. Okay, hope you understood the topics which we discussed today. Tomorrow we will be coming with another video regarding profit and loss appropriation account.